Hey everybody, Gunnison Undercover here. Today is Sunday, Veterans Day, November 10th, 2019. And the time is, I have no clue what the time is. It's probably like around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got a funny story here that happened back. It was posted November 2nd, 2019, and then it's all over. It was on the internet there. I happened to buy the New York Post, and I saw the story, and I'll put it right up here so you can see what it says. So what it looks like what happened here is some cops got out of their car. When they came back to the car, there was trash all over it. So let's read this story here, because I have not read the whole thing. The title says, Trashing Cops. And this, I guess this had to do with Halloween night, I guess. It says, ghouls pelt NYPD with garbage, protest sign, punch police. In the latest sign of disrespect against police, against the NYPD, onlookers taunted trick-or-treat mother effers at two officers in Brooklyn on Halloween and dumped trash on their patrol car. It says, see page 7. Let's see what it says on page 7. And we got it. There it is. Page 7. The caption says, cops treated like garbage. Some cops in Brooklyn got a nasty trick on Halloween night. A wild crowd of revelers turned the holiday into a hell night as they dumped piles of trash onto a cop car in Brownsville, and onlookers shouted, trick-or-treat mother effers, and the latest incident of disrespect to police according to video and witnesses. Well, I take exception that it's disrespect. I think these people are trying to send them a message. The stunning video footage shows nearly a dozen cardboard boxes and other garbage, including cracked eggs, strewn across the top of an NYPD vehicle that police say was parked on East 95th Street near Clarkson Avenue at around 7 p.m. on Thursday, as two officers who have been dealing with a domestic abuse call yanked the trash down. Passers-by laughed and mocked them in the footage, which, adding insult to injury, went viral on Facebook Friday. I went looking for this video. I couldn't find it. This is what happens in the hood. Police get trashed, says a man shooting the video. Oh man, look at that. In the distance, a second onlooker shouts, trick-or-treat mother effers. The trash was dumped on the SUV while the 67th precinct cops were in a building dealing with a follow-up on a report of domestic violence, sources told the Post. Police said on Friday that they were investigating the incident, that additional resources will be deployed and address the conditions in the neighborhood. One police source raged at the latest show of disrespect to cops. Inmates are running the asylum. There's no respect for cops, the source said. Oh, well, maybe they need to start respecting us. I mean, how many gazillion videos have we got out there? Them beating people up, slamming their heads into brick walls and floors. I just did a video about a 15-year-old girl getting picked up and slammed to the ground. I mean, go back and look at my videos. You see all the videos that I've done, stories of Blue Zero heroes disrespecting people, and they wonder why they're getting trashed. I feel sorry for them one bit. What these morons don't realize is that they are only hurting their neighborhoods who might seriously need a cop for an emergency. Ali Abdul, a worker at a nearby bodega, agreed. I come outside and everything was on the car, boxes, garbage. I don't know if it was a prank. It was adults said. Abdul said, it's not right. The cop trashing comes after months of hostility directed at NYPD officers, including incidents in which young men in Harlem, Brownsville drenched officers with buckets of water. In another case, members of a wild mob in Bronx tossed a tin of Chinese food at a plainclothes cop while officers tried to make arrests in August. Let me just say this. This is just an example of what's starting to happen. There is anger brewing in this country over the way police behave towards us. I mean, do I have to tell you people this? I mean, go look at all the videos, the stories out there of cops beating people up, cops hurting people, cops picking women up and beating the crap out of them, domestic abuse. They're killing their wives, they're killing their children, they're lying on reports. This is what's happening. This is just the beginning of it, okay? So I would say to the police out there, maybe you need to take a look at us and stop pointing the fingers at us all the time for what is happening to you, because you're bringing it on to yourself. When you go out there in your car and all you do is harass, extort, and hurt people, you wonder why people are angry with you. I mean, I talk about this all the time. I talk about Homedale police. They're always out there watching cars go by, harassing motorists, doing that revenue enforcement, and then they cry they need your help because cars are getting broken into. Well, we know why the cars are getting broken into, because you're too busy harassing and extorting money from people. And people are tired of this. Now, you get into the inner cities here where the cops just are out of control. They go and they beat the crap out of people all the time. It's not us, folks. It's them. They are in a state of denial. I've said it before in other videos. Police are in denial. They do not want to accept that they got a problem in their culture, and they don't want to address it. It's a culture that promotes violence. And when you get a good officer out there who tries to put a stop to a bad officer, what happens? They lose their job. They get picked on. They get harassed to the point where they gotta quit. They can't take it anymore, and then they have to go sue the department, and the taxpayers end up paying. I don't want to make this a long video because you people know what I'm talking about. This trash on the car, yes, it's a little bit of a practical joke, but it's just what's going on in the community. People are tired of it. They're tired of being disrespected by the police, who claim they're out there protecting the servant, and there's very little evidence of protecting the servant. The only evidence I see around here is them harassing and extorting, because that's what they spend the bulk of their day doing, trying to generate money. There's no protecting and serving. How does a cop car sitting on the side of the road harassing motorists protecting me or protecting you? It's not. All it's doing is protecting the bank account of the towns. All right, this is Gunnison Undercover. I'll see if I can find a link to the story on the internet, and we'll put it in the descriptions for you. You go read it yourself. I'll put it right back up here. You can see the picture here. Let me see if you can get it right there. There it is. Oh, let me get that picture. Where is it? I can't see. There it is. Let me know what you think about people throwing trash all over the NYPD cop car.